Aliyah had to witness and see for her own eyes how Uche's ex looked like. And she don't look dark as her. She don't have the same color as her. She's white. She's got lovely hair. So Aliyah's thinking, how can I compete with this? Maybe he's into white girls. Maybe if he sees me, he's not even gonna like me. So the next morning we see JP and Taylor waking up. As soon as I saw Taylor with that blue top, I knew that she didn't get any cookies. I knew she didn't sing to no microphone. I knew that straight away that JP didn't give it. Because JP's not interested. Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your girl here, Missy Carlo. I hope all of you guys are having an amazing day and amazing week. If you're new to my channel and you don't know what my channel is about, I do content around marriages, relationship, and also house decoration, cleaning motivation. If you head over to my shorts, you'll see I do funny clips and funny videos, so I get you guys laughing and entertained. And also I do reviews and recap on programs I'm watching regarding marriages and relationships. And one of the programs and series that I'm watching on Netflix is called Love is Blind, and it's a USA based, so soon it'll be coming over to the UK. So I have been reviewing Love is Blind season 5, and now today's video I'm going to be doing episode 5. If you have not watched Love is Blind yet, head over to Netflix and watch Love is Blind before you get any spoiler alert. If you have not watched my season episode on 1, 2 and 3 and 4, so I've done episode on 1, 3 and 2 and 4, so head over that before you watch today, because today's all about episode 5. So the episode starts off with Uche, where we have left off in episode 4. So Uche goes over to the boys and let the boys know that Aaliyah left without saying anything. And then the boys like, did you guys have a fight? Did you guys have an argument? And Uche's like, no, we spoke about the issue between me and Lydia. I told her about what happened between me and Lydia, that we dated in the past, but we did discuss it and we got over it. And I thought like everything was fine. She told me she loved me and I told her I loved her, that we're moving forward and we're going to do this. I even came over to the pod to try and speak to her so I can propose. And then the producer calls me and tell me that Aaliyah left the experiment. Next scene now, we see Uche sitting down and they're talking to the producers. And the producer told him, yeah, Aaliyah went home. We've got her phone number. We can contact her if you want to speak to her. And Uche's like, yeah, let me speak to her. I want to find out why she decided to leave the experiment without letting me know. I want to know what was she thinking. So Uche calls Aaliyah. The phone rings. Aaliyah picks up. Uche's like, Aaliyah, it's me, Uche. And Aaliyah's like, hi Uche. And then Uche's like, what happened? You left without saying anything. And then Aaliyah's like, I couldn't continue the experiment anymore. And then Uche's like, I thought we've already gone over it. And then Aaliyah's like, oh, it was because of Lydia. What Lydia was saying. She was rubbing it in my face that she knew everything about you. She knew the size of your microphone. She knew the colors of guys, I hope you do know when I say the size of his microphone, yeah? Yeah, Lydia said he knew Uche's size of his microphone, his favorite car, the color, the name of his dog. She felt like Lydia was rubbing all this on her face and she couldn't take it anymore. And Uche's like, come on, we should be able to get over this. Come on, Aaliyah. And Aaliyah's like, I don't know, like the environment got too much for me. And Uche's like, you had one day to stay, and then we would have made it. And then Aaliyah's like, I don't know, I've never been in this environment before, being around a girl that dated, well, my current boyfriend, my current fiance. I've never been in that situation, so I didn't know how to handle it. And Uche's like, you left without telling me anything, not even a note, not even a letter, you just left. And then Aaliyah's like, you know what, Uche, how do you not know early this year when Lydia was at your place that she never checked your email and she knew that you're coming on this program, and then she decided to come? How do you know that this is not planned by her? And Uche's like, I already spoke to you about this. How many times we have to go through this, Aaliyah? I already explained to you everything. I don't like Lydia anymore. She's in the past. I don't know how she knew I was on this program. So it's just like, I didn't know that she knew I was on this program. I don't even know how she knows. If she even knows. If she even knew I was on this program. I don't know. That's what Uche's telling Aaliyah. And he's like, I don't know. It's like, it seems too planned. Her being here, you being here. And then Uche's like, we should able to go through this situation and get over it and overcome it. Because if we can overcome this situation, it means that we can overcome a lot in our marriage. This was our test. This was the test that we should have passed, Aaliyah. And then now we couldn't even pass this. That means we weren't able to survive in our marriage. And then Aaliyah's like, this is not it. This is not what I call survival when it comes to marriage. This is not what I call situation I need to go through in order for me to get married. And then Uche's like, no, it is a situation because we don't know what we're going to come across. We need to be able to overcome every storm that comes our way. And this was our storm, Aaliyah. We needed to get over this. And you couldn't do it. And he's like, and then Uche's like, do you still love me? And then Aaliyah's like, yeah, I still love you. Then why are you letting this come between us? That's Uche. I'm acting like Uche, by the way. And Uche's like, why are you letting this become between us? You shouldn't let this come between us. We should be able to overcome. And then I thought we already went past this. It already happened. It's in the past. And then Aaliyah's like, I don't know. I've never been in this situation before. I don't know if I can handle it. And then Uche's like, if you cannot deal with this situation, if you feel like you cannot handle this situation, if you feel like this is too much for you, then me and you can't be together. And then Uche ends the call. Like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I don't want your number anymore. And then Aaliyah's like, you know what? If you feel that way, it's fine. And Uche's like, Uche hangs up. And that was the end of conversation between Uche and Aaliyah. Guys, after viewing that scene, Uche getting a phone call from producers, I've got some sort of clue why Aaliyah left. Because remember, this is Love is Blind. They're not seeing each other. So when you're dating these people, you don't know how their exes look like. You don't know their ex's background. You don't know nothing about them. They might speak upon the exes a little bit in the pod, but you have no clue, like Uche's exes, how they look alike, their shape, their hair. So Aaliyah had to witness and see for her own eyes how Uche's ex looked like. And she don't look dark as her. She don't have the same color as her. She's white. She's got lovely hair. So Aaliyah's thinking, how can I compete with this? Maybe he's into white girls. Maybe if he sees me, he's not even gonna like me. That's why I feel like Aaliyah left. Because Uche made it clear to Aaliyah in the pod why he didn't tell her. So if you go onto my YouTube channel, guys, watch the video saying breaking news, Uche exposes the Netflix, Love is Blind Netflix producers. So Uche on his Instagram explained to everybody why he couldn't tell Aaliyah about Lydia. He said the producer told him not to say anything. They told him to keep the information because they wanted to keep it spicy for us. So when he did say to Aaliyah everything, when he was allowed to, he said the production told me not to say anything about Lydia. That's why I had to keep it. And remember, guys, they signed contract. So most likely they have to do whatever the production tells them to do. So Aaliyah already knows that the reason why she didn't know about Lydia, it was because of the production. So the production actually ruined this connection, this chemistry, this possibility of marriage between Uche and Aaliyah. They ruined it for both of them. Because now trust is going to be damaged. Why? Even though Aaliyah got that information from Uche explained everything, she still decided to go home. Why? For me, it's because she has seen Uche's type. She thinks that's Uche's type. And Uche goes for that type of girl like Lydia, light skin, white, nice hair. And she doesn't look like Lydia. So she's thinking when Uche sees me for the first time, he may not like me because I'm not white. If Aaliyah was white, or probably from Puerto Rico, or a white lady, she would have more confidence, and I believe she would have stayed. I believe she would have stayed. Because remember, she has not seen a girl that looked like her that Uche has dated. She has not seen that. So she's probably thinking this is not going to work. That's what I believe. She went home. It's got nothing to do with her being in the same room as Lydia, like she says. But one thing that I believe that could be true, like Lydia could have checked Uche's email and found out that he is on the show. Because Lydia seemed to me as if she's that kind of girl where she'll do anything to try and get that guy back, or she'll do anything to try and basically stalk the guy that she really likes. That's what I believe. So maybe Aaliyah's right. Maybe it's not by faith that somehow Uche and Lydia ended up the same. It's not by faith. Probably she planned it. She probably hacked his email. God knows. That bit I'm agreeing with Aaliyah. Maybe Lydia hacked Uche's email for her to end up in the same place as Uche. Because I don't trust that Lydia. Like I said in my previous video in episode 4, that girl, she looked as if she's on crack. The way she acts, like all this giggling, laughing, loud voice, I feel like she hides behind that. The true feeling in her, maybe she feels abandoned, maybe she always want to be loved. She always I don't feel like Lydia loves herself enough. That's what I feel like. Okay, the next scene we see Milton and Lydia meet for the first time. So Milton's a bit nervous, I don't know if she's gonna like my looks, I'm a nerd. And then Lydia's like, I don't know, I've never seen his face. I don't know if he's gonna like me, think I'm beautiful. I hope he's nice, but at the moment I don't care how he looks like. I just wanna meet my Milton because I love him. I don't care about his age. Hopefully he doesn't look younger than his age, but I don't care about his age. The door opens, they see each other. They run towards each other, they hug, they kiss. And this is what has happened now. The age thing has become a problem. I knew the age thing will be a problem. And now they're going to keep bringing it up. They see each other. Oh my gosh, you're so tall. You're like a giant. And then Milton's like to Lydia, oh my God, you're so short. You're so tiny. Milton picks Lydia up, hugs her. They start kissing. I'm really surprised the way they were kissing. I'm really, really surprised. They start kissing. And I just got a feeling this Lydia is just happy to be proposed to. I think Lydia is just happy to get married. Anyway, Milton picks her up, says how beautiful she looks. And then Lydia's like, you do look your old age. You look younger. You really do look 24. And then Milton goes, you really look older. And they laugh it out. Guys, we have started the age thing. They're going to be shooting at each other when it comes to age. They'll be giving each other shots. Age shots. So it has started. So Milton goes on his knees, proposes to Lydia. I'm so happy. Oh my God, I finally got engaged. Something I always wanted since I was born. It has happened. They got engaged. Now, the honeymoon stage. We've got 3 couples now. We've got Izzy and Tracy, Milton and Lydia, and we've got JP and Taylor. So we've got 3 couples going to the honeymoon stage to Mexico. So the couples end up in Mexico. The first couples we meet in the honeymoon stage who enter in the first hotel is JP and Taylor. So we see somebody playing a violin. We see red roses on the bed. They sit down. Guys, these two are so awkward. I don't know if JP's nervous or Taylor, but they seem so awkward. Like, JP seems like a robot. Whenever Taylor says something to him, he's like, yeah. Yeah. I'm like, what's going on? Taylor spotted like there is an awkward atmosphere between her and JP. So she started talking to JP about it. She's like, how do you feel like when we met each other? Do you find me attractive? Because I just feel like this vibe, there's this awkward vibe. And then JP's like, yeah, I feel it too. Maybe it's just, I'm a bit nervous. I feel the awkward vibe as well. I was like, these two, I can see there's an issue already. There's a very, very big issue. Because the way Taylor's acting like a robot, like the way JP is acting like a robot, I already know there's a problem. Because you can't be asking your man, like, how are you feeling? And he's like, fine, and he's quiet. JP, what is that about? Something's up. JP's acting very awkward towards Taylor, and Taylor can read it. So Taylor probably is wondering, does not this guy find me attractive? So that's why at the hotel, the first time they got in, Taylor's asking him like, how are you feeling? Like, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, I'm fine. And then keeps quiet, like, you're not even saying, I love you, babe, I can't wait to spend time with you, you're so beautiful, nothing. He's just quiet, looking at her as if she's got something on her eyes, as if she's got bogies on her nose. The way this guy JP is looking at Taylor, as if Taylor's face is just weird, like I've never seen a girl like this in my life. Like, what kind of girl is this? And Taylor's looking at JP's thinking, what's wrong with this guy? Like, is something wrong with my face? Is my hair not nice? Am I wearing like weird? Do I look weird? So them two, something's up. Something's really up. The next couple we see is Izzy and Tracy enter the hotel. They seem so lovey-dovey, kissing, talking about they're gonna have a great time, talking about how much they love each other. I still don't trust Izzy, guys. I still don't trust him. There's just something about this guy I don't trust. But there seem to be a little connection there. Because the way they're touching each other, the way they're so excited around each other, them, Taylor and JP. Taylor and JP seem as if there's something wrong. The way JP looks at Taylor as if something's wrong with her eyes, her hair. But with these two, I see a lot of sexual attraction. I do. I don't know if it's just sexual or there's emotion there. At the moment, I'm only seeing sexual attraction between them two. The next couples we see enter the hotel is Milton and Lydia. Now, the age thing, I knew it's going to be a problem. How? They brought up again. So they brought up the first time they met, when they revealed the proposal, face to face. Now in the hotel. They get in. Oh my God, the hotel is so nice. Oh, Milton, I love you. There's Lydia. You're so tall. Look at your hands like a giant. Gosh, you look so young. You do look 24. And then Milton shoots. Yeah, you look old. Yeah, and they laugh it out. They keep laughing it out. They keep doing the age, shooting at each other with the age thing. She looks at him again and says, oh my God, how tall are you? And he's like, I'm 6'7". Wow, you're 6'7". You're so tall. Oh God, I got myself a tall nerd. You know, a nerd. I got myself a nerd and a giant. That's what Lydia's saying. I got myself a nerd and a giant. So they keep shooting at each other with the age thing. And then they start kissing again. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait, my teenager nerd. And then Milton's like, I can't wait, my grandmother. my granny wife. They keep going on each other to do the age. And Lydia does a one-to-one with the camera and then Lydia does a one-to-one with the camera and she says, like, she really is finding Milton attractive. She feels like he's funny. He's really mature for somebody who's 24. There we go again. The age thing again. What did I say? She's gonna bring out the age. Milton's gonna bring out the age. The family's gonna bring out the age. So the age thing is always gonna be a problem. The next scene we see is JP and Taylor in the pool. Oh my days. The way JP's sitting in that pool, as if he does not want Taylor to come close to him. This guy's sitting like this. He's not even touching the girl that you're supposed to be all over. And then Taylor's just asking him, like, is everything okay? Like, I feel like there's a difference between, I'm seeing a different vibe when we were in the pod and then when we saw each other. I'm seeing a bit of a difference. And he's like, maybe. Yeah. And then Taylor's like, are you sure you're committed to this? Are you sure you want to get married to me? Are you sure the feelings are still there? Are you sure we can do this? And this JP, yeah. And he's quiet again. What's wrong with this guy? JP, what's wrong with you? I knew you wasn't really into Taylor, but I didn't know it was this deep. I didn't know it was this deep. So I can see now that Taylor's really trying here. She really is trying to make it work. And JP's just pushing her away. You know when you're talking to a guy, he's just giving you one answer, then he goes quiet? That guy's pushing you away. He doesn't like you. It's obvious to me now, JP does not like Taylor. Seeing Love is Blind showed us like the couples that had cookies. The couples that tasted each other's cookies. The couples that sang to the microphone. So the next thing we see is Milton and Lydia. So Lydia got some. Lydia was singing the Mariah Carey. She went into Mariah Carey ringtone. She went into the high note. She went into the low note. So Lydia sang her night out. The next thing we saw Izzy and Tracy. The same thing with Izzy and Tracy in the shower. We can tell they enjoyed the cookies. They had great cookies. It was cream. And Tracy sang to that microphone. She went into the a cappella. She became Whitney Houston. She sang it all night and day. So Love is Blind showed us the couples that got it up. The next scene we see is Izzy and Tracy in bed, waking up, filming each other, I believe, and then start discussing how they think the relationship is going, developing. Also a bit about parents, how their parents will think about each other. Next thing we see is Lydia and Milton waking up in bed. And then they start discussing how much they love each other, how they like each other, how things are going. And then Lydia decided to drop the bomb. For you to say, do you expect it to be this easy to sleep with me? And then Milton said, yes, I expect it to be this easy to sleep with you, Lydia. He's telling the truth. Because he knows already you slept with Uche, and he knows that you slept probably with a lot of guys. I'm sure he's got some sort of idea that he slept with a lot of guys because he already knows you slept with Uche. So Milton already knows that the person he proposed to is an expert. So he expected it to be easy, Lydia. Expects it to be very, very easy. So he gave you an easy answer. He expects that he's going to get it. Expect what he saw last night, that you were singing it. He couldn't believe what you'd done to it. So he expected it. So don't be asking him that question. Did you expect it to be this easy to sleep with me? Yeah. Milton said, yeah. Yeah, Lydia. We expected it. Even the audience, even everybody's watching. We expected it to be that easy. Okay, Lydia? So the next morning we see JP and Taylor waking up. As soon as I saw Taylor with that blue top, I knew that she didn't get any cookies. I knew she didn't sing to no microphone. I knew that straight away that JP didn't give it because JP's not interested. So Taylor's like, oh, how did it feel sleeping next to me? And then JP said, good, and kept quiet. And then Taylor's like, how do you feel the conversation's going? Good. Kept quiet. I just feel like you're still nervous. I still feel like awkwardness. Yeah, I feel it too. JP, what are you doing? We see what you're doing. You're not into Taylor. Can you just make it clear you're not into the poor girl? You're making the girl suffer. She'll probably overthinking. Even Taylor saying to herself, I think I'm overthinking things. And then this is him, yeah, I think you're just overthinking things. She's not overthinking things. She's actually seeing that there's no connection there. You're not trying to touch her. The girl woke up with a blue t-shirt on. She didn't get any cookies. She didn't sing anything. She didn't use no microphone, JP. You didn't give her the microphone, JP. Seriously, can you just be honest with her? And to say you don't like her. Then to make this poor girl suffer. And the girl's like, I don't know. I just feel like there's a different, even waking up with you, I see it, there's a different. And JP's like, let's just give it time. Let's just give it time. It might change. Okay? And then she's like, I just feel like I'm forcing the conversation. And then this is it. If you want to talk, talk. If you don't want to talk, shut up. Oh my God. JP's like, if you want to talk, talk. If you don't feel like you don't want to have conversation, don't have the conversation, Taylor. Just be quiet. Like what I'm doing. And Taylor's like, how can I be quiet? I shouldn't be having conversation with you. You should be over me. Last night, this t-shirt, this white t-shirt should be ripped off. You should have been the credible hook. What is this that I'm seeing? First of all, when I saw JP, I thought this guy was nervous at first. I really thought he was nervous. But now, I know that it's nothing to do nervous, nothing to do awkwardness. He just he just does not like Taylor. He just does not like Taylor. He's not attracted to Taylor at all. That's what it is. One thing Taylor said, do you think you could sleep with me for the rest of your life? And JP's like, I don't. Guy, like how cold can this guy be? Taylor, please, leave. Leave JP. And then Taylor cries, upset. And then Taylor's like, I just feel like I'm forcing this conversation. And then JP drops the bomb. Oh, you don't need to try and force the conversation. You can pretend there's a wall there. You can pretend there's still a wall there and the conversation will flow easily. JP, so you're telling Taylor she shouldn't force the conversation. She needs to pretend there's a wall there so the conversation can flow better. So she needs to pretend there's a wall there when you're already there. So she still needs to pretend there's a wall there when you're already there. Is that what you're telling us, JP? Okay, the next scene we see Lydia and Milton talking about how their cookies was last night, how they enjoyed it, how she couldn't stop thinking about Milton's microphone, the singing was great. And then Lydia decided to bring up kids. She's like, I really do want kids in the future. And Milton said, yeah, I do, but I'm not ready for kids yet. And she's like, oh, what about in 5 years? And then Milton's like, I'm not too sure in 5 years. What about 10 years? And this is 10 years is long. I'll be old. And then Milton said, you're already old. What did I say? They'll be shooting at each other. The age shoots. They'll be shooting at each other when it comes to age. They're giving each other shots. Age shots. Milton says the age shots. Lydia says the age shot. So Milton will talking about how old she is. And Lydia will talking about how young he is. So this is not going to work out. This is already not going to work if they're giving each other shots. We see Izzy and Tracy talking about how they're going to meet others. So they're about to meet everybody. So Tracy's already warning Izzy, saying, I don't want you speaking to Lydia, especially in Spanish, because I want to understand everything she's saying angry. So I got my eye on you, Izzy. Tracy's like, I've got my eye on you. I'm watching you. You better not speak that damn Spanish, because if you do, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you, Izzy. And Izzy's like, no. I'll pretend I don't even know Spanish. I'm not going to speak Spanish. So the next scene, we see all the couples meet at the beach. And then we see all the couples that, two couples anyway. Milton and Lydia and Izzy and Tracy, all hugged up, lovey-dovey. First time we see Lydia checking at Izzy, and then, what did I say? She said, Izzy is her typical type, but she's so in love with Milton. She's over the moon. She's not looking at her type anymore. She's not looking how cute Izzy is because she's with Milton, the nerd that she always wanted, the nerd that she always wanted to marry. On the beach, we see JP and Taylor looking awkward. Taylor looking as if that she wants to go home now, and JP's looking at the time. Basically, JP's looking at the time to get to the airport and thinking, when am I gonna go home and sleep and watch something or football, because I don't want to be at this beach with this girl. So they don't want to be next to each other, but they're on the beach and they're seeing other couples, well, fake couples to me anyway. Izzy and Tracy all lovey-dovey on the beach, and they see Milton and Lydia putting on a show. So Taylor's hurting, is like, I can't even put on a show with JP. JP won't pretend on the beach. He just won't pretend. Look, everybody else is doing it. Why can't we not pretend on the beach that we're a lovely couple? So we see that, and then we see Izzy pull up Lydia and say, we need to have a little bit of conversation, Lydia. What happened in the pod? So Izzy sats Lydia down and say, Lydia, to explain to you how it went down in the pod, how I was feeling. I don't mean any bad blood, you know. I didn't mean to disrespect you. It's just how my connection developed. First of all, I was into Johnny. First of all, I was into you. Then I got into Johnny. Then somehow, I don't even know how it happened, and I got into Tracy. So it's got nothing to do with you, Lydia. It was me. So I just hope I didn't hurt you anyway. It was just the connection thing. I'm not a player. I was just going by my feeling. My feeling changed like the river. 1 minute I'm with Johnny. 1 minute I'm with you. But it ended up with Tracy. That's how my feeling is. It's like the river. I can't even tell if it's raining today. I can't even tell if it's going to rain tomorrow. I can't even tell if right now it's snowing. That's how my feeling is. So Izzy tells that to Lydia, and Lydia's like, I don't care. I don't care. I have no blood. I've got nothing against you. You do what you do. I'm happy with my Milton. Somebody I can control. Somebody is the right nerd, the right kind of nerd, the right level nerd that I need in my life. I don't need no, bold, sexy guy with tattoo, masculine, athlete guy. I don't need that. Lydia's like, I don't need that. I've got my nerd. I've got my lanky giant nerd. I don't need you. It's okay, Izzy. So Lydia's like, it's okay, Izzy. It's okay. I don't want you. I don't need you. You sexy Izzy. That's what Lydia said. Guys, I'm just twisting. I'm adding my little twist. Yeah. So the conversation was done between Izzy and Lydia. Next scene we see is Taylor speaking to Tracy on the beach. So Taylor starts telling Tracy how she feels. She's like, you know what, things are not going right. I'm seeing other couples. I'm seeing guys connected. I see how you guys touch each other, kiss each other. I'm not seeing that with JP. JP's, I don't know if he's nervous. There's this awkwardness. I don't understand what it is. This guy's not touching me. I don't even know the size of his microphone. We didn't even have any cookies last night. It was dead as hell. And Tracy's like, maybe he's a bit nervous. Or maybe something that you're doing. Maybe there's a difference that in you when it was in a pod and when it's outside a pod. And then Taylor's like, I don't know, I can't see it. I just feel like I'm acting myself. I have not changed, but I see a difference in him. Like, I do love him. I still have that connection with him. But in the pod, it was much better to now. Like, now, I just feel like I don't even want to be around this guy because the way he's making me feel, Tracy. And Tracy's like, maybe you need to give it time. Try and speak to him more. Taylor and JP sit down on the beach, and then Taylor tells JP, I'm really stressed out. I'm really stressed out because I feel like I'm just forcing this conversation, and whenever I try and talk to you, it's a silent. And then JP's like, I'm trying my best, but I feel like you wanted to leave as soon as we got to Mexico. And then Taylor's like, that's not true. I'm feeling like probably when you saw me, probably then I was even thinking I'm overthinking things, but I'm thinking like, no, I'm actually seeing what I'm seeing. Like, I don't know if this is you're nervous. I don't know if you're nervous. I don't know if it's just awkwardness. I don't even know if there's any connection anymore. And JP's like, you know what? I'm gonna try my best, but I understand we didn't start off very well. It didn't start off very well. I'm gonna try my best. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna try my best to see. And then she's like, I don't know how to speak to this guy because I'm telling him. And then she's like, look at the other couples, like, look at the way they are, touchy, kissing. We're not even like that. This is just stressing me out, and this is just feels forced. And then JP's like, you know what? I understand where you're coming from. I understand, and I'll see. Maybe it's me. I will see, but I feel like you just don't want to be here anyway. You want to go home. So I'm thinking the problem is on you. Okay, guys, that was it. Episode 5 finished. I hope you all enjoyed my review. I do hope you guys like it when I act like I'm one of the contestants. I become Uche, I become Izzy, I become Tracy. I hope you guys like it. So that was it for episode 5. Guys, don't forget to subscribe, guys. If you like this content that I'm doing right now, reviewing relationship, marriage, program series such as Love is Blind, do subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like. Guys, I want to know your thoughts, especially how I'm doing. You know, this is my first time on YouTube having this channel. I want to know how you guys feel, how I'm doing my review, what I can do to improve. But most importantly, guys, I want to know your thoughts on Izzy, Uchi, Aaliyah, Tracy, Milton, Lydia. I want to know what you guys think. Who are your favorite? Who are the villains in this series? Who are the villains? Tell me, who are the heroes? Like, who's next to get the booze? Just let me know. Okay, that is the episode 5 finished, and I'll see you guys on my next review on episode 6. Bye, guys.